The representations of marriage and courtship resemble and contrast each other in the Arnolfini wedding and the Gift of the Heart tapestry. The differences and similarities in the two pieces of work are due to their composition and historical context. A copy of the Gift of the Heart can be found in the Walters Art Museum exhibit, A Feast for the Senses, Art and Experience in Medieval Europe, specifically in the Body and Soul section. The museum lobby is very light and welcoming, and the exhibition is on the very first floor. The lighting inside the exhibition is dimmed, but the works are well lit. In the Body and Soul section are small books and other objects from medieval times symbolizing love. The tapestry is hanging on a wall by itself. It is very large, about 8 foot 1 inch by 6 foot 10 inches, and the material is wool and silk. This work was completed during the early Renaissance. This shows the in-between of the art of the Middle Ages and the focus on humanism that took place during the Renaissance. The exact artist of the tapestry is unknown, but most likely was completed as a communal project by the women of Paris. The art of the Middle Ages had a focus on the Christian church. The focus in this work, on the human connection of love and marriage, shows the shift from a focus on the church to a focus on human achievement.
Upon initial observation, the viewer sees a man and a woman surrounded by trees and small animals. The woman in the work is most likely part of the aristocratic class due to her clothes and the falcon that is perched on her arm. The man is most likely a member of the aristocratic class too. The man is wearing a short, close-fitting cloak that displays stockings with 2 different colors. He's wearing long, pointed shoes that were common at the end of the 14th century. The man is holding a small heart in his hand. This represents the love he is offering to the female subject in the tapestry. The heart could be small to either reflect the humbleness of the Lord to offer his heart to the lady, or it could be a social commentary on the lack of humanity of the aristocratic class by having a small heart. At the feet of the Lord and the lady is a dog. The dog could be representative of loyalty and fidelity between the two. There is also a flower in her right hand, which is laying in her lap, and this resembles her purity and virginity. The background of the work is a forest scene rich in the woodlands and brush. This could be to represent a mock hunting scene that reflects a life filled with adventure. The composition of the work is balanced and easy to follow. The foliage provides bordering effect of the man and woman within the tapestry. The focal point of the tapestry is the small heart and the hand of the man. The blue color of the lady's clothes and the red of the Lord's robe helps the subject stand out amongst the vast encompassing foliage. The wilderness is home to both wild and domestic animals. The wild animals being represented by the falcon in the lady's hand and the rabbits in the foreground. The domestic animals are represented by a dog that is sitting by the woman's feet. The mix of wild and domestic animals has an artistic message of excitement and the unknown confusion that love can be. The rabbits, the wild animals, are also a symbol of the time. During the medieval ages, hunting was a popular sport, especially for the nobility.
The general composition, style, and symbolism in the work instantly reminded us of the Arnolfini wedding. It is smaller than the tapestry, only 32.4 inches by 23.6 inches. This painting has given art historians many reasons to believe that it is meant to serve as proof of the wedding that seems to be taking place. This work was done in Flanders in 1434 by Jan van Eyck, who has been viewed as responsible for popularizing oil painting. There is a man standing, holding hands with a woman. The man is wearing a dark hat and dark, heavy clothing, characteristic of the time period, the 15th century. However, his shoes are not on his feet, they are on the floor next to him, showing the sanctity of the event. One of his hands is slightly extended. The woman is wearing a long green dress and white headdress. One hand is placed over her stomach, and the other is in the man's hand. There is a small dog in between them, symbolizing loyalty and fidelity. They are standing in a small bedroom, with a red bed and canopy to the right. Near the bed, there is a carving of the Saint Margaret, patron saint of childbirth, which represents the hope for a healthy family. There is a chandelier on the ceiling, holding only one candle, which is meant to represent the presence of God. There is an open window on the left wall with oranges below it. Since this painting is from Northern Europe, oranges were an extravagance only few could afford to buy. They also show that the heavy clothing of the figures is unnecessary for the warm weather and is simply another sign of their wealth. At this time, only the wealthy and powerful could have their portrait taken, so this was another way to demonstrate their nobility. Behind the two figures is a mirror showing the man, woman, and another figure. Since the dog and man are both looking directly at the viewer, it seems the painting was made to be viewed as the person in the mirror. There are very small and detailed scenes around the frame of the mirror from the Passion of Christ. This detail is made possible through the medium oil paint. Above the mirror is writing that translates to "Van Eyck was here." This has been interpreted as a witness statement, revealing the nature of this painting as a business document. Many have speculated that this business document is in fact a wedding record and that the man and woman are being married.
Both paintings also have a connection and theme, although they contrast greatly in their depictions of it. During the time the paintings were made, in the 15th century, true love was something of a myth. Marriages were mostly business transactions. The Gift of the Heart shows the idealized version of love, where the two people deeply care for each other. The man is giving a woman a heart. There is a sense of the love in the tapestry. Not only the love the Lord directs towards his lady, but the theme of the love of nature. The gift of the heart is a poetic metaphor of the man giving a woman all he has, his very own heart. The audience is hopeful that she will accept his offering. The courtship of the female subject displays a social commentary on marriage of the early Renaissance. Marriage is no longer a business transaction. It reflects the human connection of a man and a woman. Women have the ability of whether to accept a man's proclamation of love. The audience is left in suspense, wondering what will happen next. The Arnolfini wedding, meanwhile, shows a picture of marriage true to the time. The painting itself is both a show of power and a legal documentation of marriage. The audience is meant to view the painting as a record of an event rather than a story being told, like the Gift of the Heart.
The representations of marriage and courtship resemble and contrast each other in the Arnolfini wedding painting and the Gift of the Heart tapestry. While the works are less than 30 years apart, they show the transition of social and cultural values from the Middle Ages to the early Renaissance.